Hi, it's Jason Spears from drpremed.com. I want to talk to you about learning and a 3-2-1 study strategy to ensure everything that you're learning actually sticks with you so that you can recall that information and retrieve it when you need it the most. And that's on your exam. Because how many of you students have taken an exam, and you get to a question, you know you studied it in the past, you know you kind of crammed for it, but then in that moment that you need the information, it's just not there. What's a student supposed to do? You get so upset because you have all this adrenaline, cortisol going through your system, and you basically have a brain fart and you can't recall what you need to do. And this is very problematic, especially you're just thinking, okay, maybe I'll come back to this question later on. I know this, I swore I studied it, but you haven't learned it well enough where you can recall it during a test. And the worst thing is, you usually go ahead, you submit your test, and as soon as you submit the test, then you recall that information, but it's too late. The test is already submitted, and there's no going back, so you knew you lost points on information that you already knew. That can't happen. You don't want to give away easy points, especially on material that you already learned. So what we need to do is take information and get it from your short-term memory into your long-term memory in a way that sticks and works for you. And so I want to tell you about the 3-2-1 method. The first thing that you do, whatever piece of information that you're trying to learn, the day that you first go over it, I want you to review it 3 times in that day. And how you review is totally up to you. That could mean either writing it out on a flashcard, doing a dry erase board, writing it out, or even talking it out. You want to just employ 3 different modalities to retrieve this information, practice going over it without looking at your primary source or your notes. And then on day 2, so the second day, then you're going to spend you're going to go over this material twice on the second day. And again, before you look at your notes or the book that you have, the information that you're trying to review, you want to see how much you can recall from memory. And then once you've struggled and worked with the information as much as you can, then you go and look it up. That's going to really help you put that information in long-term memory. The process that's mentally taxing of trying to retrieve it from your brain is going to help you with that. And then finally, you want to review this information one more time. And I think a good time to review information is on the weekend. So Saturday or Sunday, spend time reviewing everything that you've gone over. And this is going to give you a lot of points because it's going to put everything in long-term memory for you so that it's not like you crammed and you just have a short-term memory and now you totally forgot things. Because this is the one thing that students don't do enough of. They don't spend enough time reviewing what they already went over. I know it's great to go and learn that new material, but you also have to make sure you're making gains in every way possible by reviewing what you already went over so that when the test comes, it's there for you and you're getting every single point available to you. Again, this is Jason Spears signing off from drpremed.com, going over the 3-2-1 study memory tactic that you should begin using immediately. It's an easy way to retain information and never forget what's happening by the time you take an exam.